CARY events here, Miami Music Week, One Music Ave and Radio Road with Tritonal. How are you guys?
We're good. Glad to be here. Thanks for having us, Carrie, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's Miami. It's 85 degrees and sunny.
Not raining?
I don't know. What's it like in Austin? What's the winter like in Austin these days?
I mean, in Austin, actually, we're coming out of some like cold weather, but it should be warming up. Yeah, it was raining when we left.
But you guys, how often are you home? Like I follow you guys on Instagram and Twitter, and you guys are posting from everywhere, someplace different every week.
We're weekend warriors, so we get to hit the major markets. Usually, if we're touring North America, and then, Monday through Thursday we're at home. So international, we'll extend it 2-3 weeks, sometime more, but usually we like to keep it 2 weeks as a max. We both got families, so.
Now I know, when I talk to you guys, like Chad, you do a lot with meditation, a lot of. Do you as well, Dave?
No, not 100%. To be transparent, I don't really do that, but I find my peace of mind when I do create music, and so to me that feels like an experience in and of itself. So I mean, if you want to call that meditative, it probably isn't as deep or introspective as some of the stuff that he has been doing, but I find myself at a place of peace when I'm writing music. Flow state.
Now, do you find yourself when you come back from a retreat and you would just was that what we're calling a retreat and you went?
Oh, you're talking about India? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could call it that. Although a retreat, I think most people associate with being a vacation. So it's a lot of food and laying around and just kind of taking their leisure. This was a very focused curriculum, specifically with lecture, pranayama, high vibrational diet and meditation for like 11 or 12 hours a day. So it wasn't leisurely. It was very intense in its purpose.
So, Dave, do you find when like Chad comes back from one of these journeys, right? I like when you guys are chuckling before I even in. Does he seem more creative? Is he different?
I mean, I will say in a sense of like where we have individually been years ago to where we are now. I think those kinds of things and experiences only help. And I will say that it's, I mean, I'm sure it was a beautiful thing for him to have experienced. So I mean, yes and no. I mean, like he got back and we're ready to get after it still again. So, yeah.
So what's in the works for Tritonal?
Do I take that? Yeah, I mean, we just finished our fifth artist album, which is a hell of an achievement, I feel like. I don't know that a lot of acts get to the place to where they're still touring after 5 albums. So, to have any relevancy at this point, we're extremely grateful for. And the album was received very well by the core fans. We've gotten back to what we feel like is more of who we are. I feel like we're not chasing anybody else's sound. We're not trying to chase even a hit. We're just trying to write music that we love to play and love to work on, and that feels great. And we are going to launch a 3-series EP. Now, I'm not going to drop the name of that series, but we've been like album. And sometimes when you're doing EPs, it breaks it up and chops it up and allows you to sort of get hyper-focused, almost like a single release, but then you can substack that out. So we're going to go there, and then we're, really excited to launch a second new project we're finally coming out of the works with and telling everybody that we've been behind, which is a project called Prana. And that's been a secret for 3 years, and nobody has really been aware that we've been the guys behind this sound.
Is that a difficult thing to keep a secret? Must be. You did it for 3 years.
I'm on the hey, no, yes and no. I mean, but there are some people online that know how to dig. Yeah, we'll call it with the Reddit guy. You can find like publish. Let me go out, hold on. Go through discography and publishing. You can look up who the writers are. Yeah, you can find out. So those people have known really since year one, but those people aren't the mass majority. And look, even if we were screaming from the rooftops from the Tritonal socials, we are Prana. You're only going to have a certain subset of that fan who even engage or care. So, but the reason to sort of keep it under wraps, so to speak, was so that it had the opportunity to set its own foundation, to set its own, aesthetic, its brand style, messaging, what the intent was, art direction, like to try to cultivate a fan that was really there for the music and not just there because, oh, I like Tritonal, I've loved these guys' other tracks, let me check this out. Like that's coming through a filter because you already know what you think about that discography of music that we've made, you already have a judgment on who we are as artists. So there's a prejudgment that happens before you even engage with the music. That doesn't happen if you don't know who the hell it is that you're listening to. There's more of a wide open scope. There's not a filtration process going on.
I agree, and I also like it. We've talked about like it'd be interesting to wonder what it'd be like to actually have said what it was and see where the performance of the Piranha project would be. Whereas you're not giving anyone agency and
Right.
them already knowing, oh well, Tritonal's behind this, and it just kind of gives them kind of just a free of mind, like who is it, and it allows them to grow.
It does.
Organic.
Well, and also we got to experience again what it's like to be a new artist and put a single out and nobody know who the hell it is and see it only get 10,000 streams or 5,000 streams or 20,000 streams and it not do shit from we put out a Tritonal record. We may do 200,000 streams in a day. So we could have used that power to force a project up. But when you do that, you're short-sighted in that we're playing the long game, baby. We want something that we really love, that we can build slowly, that has deep roots.
All right, let's talk deep roots. Let's talk some other stuff.
Yeah.
You have Tritonal, Piranha. You also have Enhanced and Colorized.
Yeah.
Right? Your two labels.
Yeah.
So you talk about, dropping something on Piranha as the artist Piranha, maybe it gets 10,000 streams. What do you look for when you're looking to sign a song to enhance the color on?
We look for the song quality. We listen to the song. For Colorize specifically, that music is about a feeling. It's about a centering. It's about a grounding. It's not about, popping bottles and, champagne glasses and cryo and confetti going everywhere. It's not mainstream club music. This is music that's made to be introspective and emotive and nostalgic and really allow people to feel their emotions. It's supposed to be meditative in that sense. For Enhanced, it's very much more commercial and mainstream and has its roots in trance and has its roots in melody and has its roots in brightness and energy and that sort of stuff. So for us, it's always about the song. And, luckily for us, it's not just Dave and I choosing this stuff. We've got Will Holland, and Will has built, and we got to give a shout out to Will Holland because he's built such an incredible team for us in London now, who helps with all these things. So, it's not just Dave and I having to excuse my language, having to sort of hold all the horses in place. As we've garnered success, we've been able to bring people around us who have very much helped us to continue to grow. And so, there's a lot of gratitude for the Enhanced folks and people like Will and Amit and our managers and our agents and all those.
You've got a great team there. We're gonna, we're taking a stroll down One Music Avenue, Radio Road. Lots of stations want to see it. We just want to do something real quick. You've done this before. I might have asked you some of these questions, but we want to give your fans a chance to get to know you better, you guys to know each other better. So we're gonna do CARY's Quickies, right?
CARY's Quickies.
Let's got it. Like hot or cold?
I prefer cold.
Hot. Hot. There you go. Fast or slow?
Fast.
Slow.
What are we talking about?
Oh, sorry. I immediately went to cars, but whatever.
Oh, good. What's the fastest you've driven in a car?
145.
Pratyahara, absence of mind, slow as you can get.
There you go. Baked potato, mashed potatoes, or French fries?
Mashed potato.
Smashed potato. You always have a smashed potato? You put it in the oven and then you smash it and you put a bunch of salt on it and you put a little guacamole.
Before you go to sleep at night, you reading a book, you watching TV?
I'm having bedside water.
Read a book.
Fact or fiction?
Fact. Fact.
What's the last song either one of you guys sang in the shower?
I don't know. No, because sometimes my mind wanders when I'm in the shower. I might be thinking something silly. I have no idea.
All righty, and last question before we send you on our way. One piece of advice for an aspiring artist, producer here in Miami this week.
I would say keep your mind focused on the emotion and the feeling of what you're producing and not exactly chasing what you think the results and what the results should be, but just grow with the music that you're working.
I would say crystallize the message of whom you are and what you want to say.
I want to thank you, Chad, Dave, Tritonal.
Thank you.
You guys have an amazing party tonight, right?
Yeah, right. Playing the Cosmic Gate tonight, and we're hosting your party, Colorize party tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Enjoy Miami.
Yep.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Stan.